journalist Jack back. Today I'm going to be doing the 2020 presidential election. I just did my Senate, so now I'm going to do the presidential election. So, Rachel Bitecofer, she took down her analysis, which I'm quite sad about, but Rachel Bitecofer, the best election analysis person out there, she gives Joe Biden a 99 of winning. Joe Biden. This all but assures that he will win. Now, it's just wonder how big of a margin. Will he win Georgia? Will he lose Arizona? Will he win Texas? It's all a question about the margins. So first, I'm just going to fill in all the safe Republican states that are going to be above 12%. As you can see, I left out Mississippi, but that's only because it's a likely. So, time for the safe Democratic seats, all above 12%. I'm including New Hampshire. Even though it's a swing state, it's going to be above 12%. Same with Colorado, New Mexico, and Nevada. All will be safe. They're going to be above 12% because people don't realize that in 2008, this will be a 2008 style election, if not larger. And in 2008, Barack Obama carried Nevada by 13 points. That's well above my safe margin. And New Hampshire will go to Joe Biden just above the safe margin. Same will the 1st District of Maine and the at-large at Maine. Time for the likelies. Likely, safe, and yeah, that's all likelies for the Republicans, likely for Democrat. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Arizona. All likely. As you can see, Joe Biden has already won the presidential election. However, it's about how the margin is. That's how it is. That's what's most important. Because Joe Biden knows, and every single American knows, and Donald Trump knows, every single American knows who has basic knowledge in politics, Donald Trump will not go quietly into the night. So he needs to win by a massive margin because the future 6-4, 6-3 Supreme Court of conservatives, because let's face it, the appointee for the Republicans, it looks like she's going to be getting in. She's insane. She's basically Scalia 2.0. However, even if the margin is massive, not even the basically Republican operatives on the Supreme Court can't stop it. So, next I'm going to be doing the lean states, which are North Carolina and Florida for the Democrats, and for the Republicans, Maine 1st District and South Carolina. This will be a 5% margin, just above the likely, just barely above the likely. Maine 1st, 2nd Congressional District is also going to be a lean, possibly tilt. It's going to be it's going to be probably around 3%, maybe even 2.2, something like that. But it's going to be close. Florida is just under likely. I am tempted, so very tempted, to put it for likely just because of 5%. But I know that the Democrats, they don't know how to get their base out to vote. They don't know how to get people of color, college educated, people who are young, Democratic base voters to vote demographically. And they're incompetent that way, and it really pisses me off. Another lean state, Alaska, that's just outside the tilt margin. Time to move on to tilt states. Ohio, just under 2%. Iowa, roughly 1.5%. And here's Georgia. Joe Biden will carry Georgia by 1.5% to 1%. That sounds crazy and outlandish, but trust me, he will. And Texas, even Rachel Bitecofer has no freaking clue as it's going to go. Her analysis says 51 chance for Donald Trump, 49 for Joe Biden. But she has privately said that her analysis is a little too bullish on Texas. So that's why I'm giving Texas barely to the Republicans. But it is the closest state on this map. Make no mistake, Texas is closest in the presidential election. All eyes should be on Texas. It's going to take several weeks and many, many days for the results in Texas to be counted. That doesn't mean that we don't know who the winner is. It's most likely going to be Donald Trump, but it's going to be very, very close. Razor thin margin. Another reason why is if you look at the polling, in the national polling averages, let's just look at the national polls, which don't really matter. Joe Biden he's always broken 50%, something Hillary Clinton could not do. If you look at 2016 election, uh, Hillary Clinton never got above 50%. People don't realize that. Her polling was horrendous. It was absolutely garbage. Where is it? Whatever. But you'll have to take my word for it. She never got above 50%, which was something that was no one really talked about. And if you look at Alaska, which I talked about, see, she just barely cracks 50% like his others. And then Florida, boom, he's cracked 50% once, twice, three times. And this polling is only because some very unreliable polls have come out. They have large sample sizes, yes, but they're not A-rate. Like, I don't like this poll, even though it's A-rated, but I like Morning Consult. Very large sample size, 4,000 people, love it. So if you look at the Morning Consult polls, yes, they were previously before the Supreme Court pick was, but so was everything. The 18th, that was before the Supreme Court uh, mess. So if you look at everything, Michigan, uh, 52, Georgia, 48, but that's only because of the undecided voters. They're the secret Biden voters. Back in 2016, it was the secret Trump voters. It's the secret Biden voters. Very, very important. Arizona 49, Colorado 49, Florida 50, Minnesota 49, Pennsylvania 50, Ohio 45, not good, North Carolina 48, Texas 46, tied in Texas, 38 electoral votes, down to a tie, and Wisconsin for 51. This all but guarantees, and then my map will be very correct in this. I will do a confidence interval, which I like better, but this is how the election will be playing out. Joe Biden will win with 350 electoral votes. Or if you look at the margins, if I calculate it really quickly for you, 350 divided by 538, 65% of the electoral vote, which is, by the way, right where Barack Obama was in 2008. This is very big for the Democrats, and it shows that their new base of supporters is not Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Ohio. It's Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. These are the states that the Democrats should be playing to. Not to these states. Okay, well, thank you all for watching today. Hope you guys are all good, and I'll see you all again soon.